People always ask, where did we get the name Blue Water Climate Control? When a Navy ship casts off lines, exits the harbor, and loses sight of land, that's blue water sailing. It takes a team of people to do that. Tireless work, focus, and attention to detail. So much of starting a business is just like that. After it's done, you get filled with deep satisfaction for accomplishing something. And it's quickly followed by, now the real work begins. We're Blue Water Climate Control.
Welcome to the Buck and 2MC show. Buck is here. Alexis, say hello, everybody, and welcome them.
What up, everybody? Welcome back to the Buck and 2MC show. Hey, listen, I'm happy that I can be by Maria's side tonight. You know, she did have a birthday celebrated last Tuesday. Whoop, whoop. So happy belated. If you didn't already tell her, which I did, but I'm just going to say it since we're on the show. All right. But it's good to be back in the building.
Yeah, I see you're at work. You poor child. I mean, that's basically Alexis. You know, you might as well get a cot and a little mini fridge or something back there.
You are absolutely right. I might need to think about that.
You know, when you were a player, you'd want to be in Pratt all the time or the gym somewhere practicing. I guess you never thought you'd have to be living in a restaurant at this point. See, that's why you don't want to become an adult, because then adult things happen like this.
Adult things happen, and adulting sometimes is hard. I'm not going to lie. Yesterday, I literally felt like I went through preseason all weekend. I worked a double Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had people off, people out of town, people sick, no call, no shows. So in about 3 days, I probably worked anywhere from 36 to 40 hours in 3 days. Yesterday, Maria, I had to get my gun out, the massage gun, just to get out of bed.
It's no joke. I worked at a bar. I was a DJ and a bartender in college, and I was young then. I can't imagine those kind of hours now as an adult.
It's crazy. I don't even know how I'm doing it. I thought I was over this stage of being up late and doing all that. My body's just like, what are you doing?
Well, everybody get to Tap 40 Grill. Not tonight. Alexis, we got enough people tonight, but get there. Get there this weekend, this week. Got football game, obviously, this weekend. Vols are on the road at Kentucky. So big weekend coming up.
As well come watch it with us. We have a great time in here. The atmosphere is crazy. Listen, every single touchdown, Maria, I kid you not, every single touchdown, we play Rocky Top, we blast Rocky Top. And I literally sprint around the restaurant and the bar, getting hyped, go Vols, singing Rocky Top, and giving the customers high fives. True story, every weekend.
I believe you, and that's a reason to go right there. Everybody, Tap 40 Grill in Powell. It's right off I-75 in Knox County.
Oh, yeah.
Emory Road exit. You can see it from the interstate just about. So I know you are going to have to get back to work at some point, so I may have to finish it out. Let's talk a little bit of basketball first. It's basketball Eve. It's kind of like Christmas Eve. It doesn't count tomorrow, but the Lady Vols take the court tomorrow. Alexis, how excited are you?
I'm excited, but I'm a little sad because I probably won't be able to come catch it live in the building. But I'm excited because these girls have been putting in a lot of work, and even the coaches, obviously, their recruiting schedule was crazy this summer. But finding time to go out on the road and recruit the players that they feel we need, but also make sure to give the attention needed to the players, that are here now. This is Kelly's first full season, right? So far.
Yep. So far, third one. She finally, it's starting on time, and hopefully it goes all the way through the NCAA tournament.
Yes, and I'm excited about that. I mean, I was looking at what Boog and I talked about it yesterday on our show about how many people are up for preseason awards and watch lists. That it's been a while since we've had multiple players in multiple positions being put on people's radars early. So that's a good sign. Obviously, we still got to play the season. Jump ball has to happen. Got to put in those minutes and that work. But I'm optimistic. I've been telling everybody. By far, I think this is going to be the most consistent season that we've seen from our Lady Vols in a long, long time.
Kelly likes this team too, and she likes them because they work hard. That doesn't mean she won't get after them. The one thing I've noticed, and you've probably noticed it too, because you obviously can go to practices. I just see the media part, but Kelly she's channeling some of that inner Kelly fire right now. Well, last year we couldn't watch practice because of the pandemic,
right?
But she is turning loose on him a little bit and lets it be known in no uncertain terms what she thinks of a bad drill or a bad set or anything like that. Have you been able to see a little bit more of that fire in the times I know you can't get over there much, but have you seen that?
I haven't been able to go since they started official practice. What I saw in the summer, though, was definitely a lot of correcting and making sure they understood, hey, I didn't ask you to be here. I need you to be here. I didn't say we're going to run it at half speed. I need you to push the tempo. So I saw it a little bit in the summer, but it was also probably pulled back a little bit so that the girls began to get acclimated to, the workouts and everything. I would love to see somebody get their butt chewed. That's why I want to go to watch a practice, Maria.
Yeah, and if you see the whole one through, you're more likely to see that. We were there last week on Thursday. Mm-hmm. And the media, we're up in Pratt because we're still, we stay up. We're still trying to keep distance between, players and outsiders because of the COVID. And you know how you can just see when a drill has gone bad and it just gets worse? It's like the players, the 5 on the floor can't get out of it. It's like it went downhill and it just got worse somehow.
Oh, man.
Well, that happened one time and Kelly just lit up. She had, Pat had that walk. Kelly has kind of that stomp where she spins and stomps off. And
that's how you know it's coming.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, Lord, she is not happy. And I turned to somebody I knew and said, well, this is a different version of Kelly. This is kind of nice to see. And, last year was hard. The players, they're playing in a pandemic.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you're going to get on them, but you got players getting swabbed up their nose 3 times a week. You got players getting sick. You got players in quarantine. Half the time you can't even get your whole team on the court for a practice. I think now we're seeing Kelly, who Kelly really is as a coach. She also has spent 2 years getting to know these kids, right. Making sure they trust her, making sure they know that she cares about them. Now yep. you can crawl all over them now if you want to.
Yeah. They always say that nobody, players, especially from an athletic perspective, players don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So once that they know that they can trust you, I mean, you'll have them running through walls. And also they have to respect you in order to do that as well. So we're seeing all good signs so far, from the preseason all the way to the official start of practice. And I really, really hope I can sneak into the building tomorrow at some point. I don't really care if it's the back half or the first half. I just want to see a little bit of Lady Vol basketball up front, live and in person. Credence said, can we come eat after the game tomorrow? Oh, for sure. Come see me, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I forgot about there was a chat. I'm glad you're looking at that thing.
Yeah, tomorrow. Okay, let's address first off, shout out to everyone who's on board, all of our regulars, anybody popping in new. If you are new, make sure you press that thumbs up, that like button, the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube, and make sure you follow us and share. That helps. So Credence, Trina, Beth, Donna did come by last Saturday and had the hornbuckle, and she loved it. And she said it was even better the next morning. Deb, what's up? What else do we have? I want to make sure, sorry, because me and Maria, we were in our own zone and we kind of weren't paying attention to the chat.
We're in basketball mode now.
Yeah, it's a whole new vibe. Y'all see what happens. We get focused. We're out of there. Denise from Indiana, what's up, girl? Karen, good to see you. I hope I told everybody, Amanda, Trish, Teresa. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry. We love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yeah, tomorrow it's 6:30, by the way. It's not a 7 o'clock game. It's 6:30, so don't be late. It's Georgia College. It's a exhibition game, so it does not count. None of the stats count. As we've talked about, you can't have a D1 opponent in an exhibition game unless it's a closed scrimmage that nobody sees. So if Tennessee doesn't win by 40 or 50, I mean, no, Kelly is playing her brother. The Georgia College is coached by Ross Jolly, so she might slow it down a little bit at times. I don't know, but it's you. I looked at their roster. They got a lot of freshmen. They got some size. They got some 6 foot, 6'1", but do they have anybody to contend with Tamari Key? No. I think South Carolina played an exhibition last night against, I think it was Lenore Ryan or some team like that. And the score, I don't know, it was 98 to something. I mean, you cannot read anything into this game. What this does is get those young players familiar with seeing people in the gym and timeouts and clock and officials. And that way their first home opener is they're not their first time in front of a live audience. So, because like Jordan Walker said, yet last year, the pandemic, it looked like a lot of people were there. She said maybe 100 people would come to her college game at Western Michigan. So when they said it wouldn't be many people, when she saw 2,000, she's like, this is a lot of people. Okay, wait till you see several thousand packed into that lower bowl. I mean, so even for a graduate transfer, all of the freshmen from last year, they need to see what it looks like to play with fans all over the arena.
There's nothing like playing in a packed arena at TBA. I can't wait for the girls to experience that. And I believe it's going to come, especially the night that Texas game when Catching come back and we honored her for her induction and all of that. So I'm excited to see that. Marta is out for the season with a foot injury. That's a little disappointing, obviously. I'm not sure if you were, Maria, but just looking forward to seeing her on the court 100% healthy was something that I know you and I had spoke about many, many times on the show last year. And then unfortunately it comes back and she's out again.
I think this is trying to avoid her spending an entire year managing pain. I mean, she had the surgery. She played international ball for a couple of weeks. She went back home to play for her home country in Spain, and she didn't aggravate it. She didn't re-injure it. I think it just, after that experience, I think she got back. She's still dealing with pain. She had been held out of some sessions already. She was resting. I think you could sort of see the writing on the wall. Do you want to take a year off and get fully healed, or be dealing with managing this pain for the next 6, 7, 8 months? And
no, that's more like the rest of your life. Because when you play through injuries, even when they get better temporarily, it's going to be something that's going to ail you for the rest of your life. Athletes, we know that all too well, unfortunately.
And otherwise, we think everyone's good to go. Now, I will say, since it's an exhibition game, no telling who Kelly may start. No telling who Kelly may sub. Whoever starts in an exhibition game doesn't necessarily start in the season opener. These can vary. Also, let's say a player has any kind of tweak, like you tweaked your knee or you rolled your ankle a little. A regular game you would play. If something happens, you don't do that in an exhibition, So if you see somebody not playing, I'm not saying anybody's not going to, but don't panic and think, oh my God, they're hurt, they're out. You're not. You're going to take every precaution you can at this time of year.
Oh yeah, definitely. Who are the projected starters? I believe I saw in the chat somewhere where someone said that they were out. Beth said that they were listed in the media guide. Did you see that, Maria?
I've seen the thing come across the Hoop Central. Let's see. Sometimes what they do is they take the starters from the last game. Of course, that wouldn't work this time because you don't have Renaya. Projected starters. Let's see. Here they are. I had to pull up the notes. Projected starters are exactly what you and I were talking about after I watched that first public practice. Tamari Key at 5, Alexis Dye at the 4, and then Jordan Horston, Jordan Walker, and Ray Burrell on the perimeter as your 1, 2, 3s. So obviously, I do too. It's that's an athletic lineup.
I like that lineup.
You've got a couple, you've got some kids that can hit shots. It also, the double Jordans, if somebody somebody asked me if they both started, what happens if one gets in foul trouble? They're interchangeable at the 1-2. So you just slide one over and then you've got guards off the bench. So
yeah, you got that. And then also Jordan and Ray are interchangeable, in my opinion. Ray can definitely play the 2. Wouldn't slide her up to that 1 position comfortably. 2, 3, she can do, depending if we're an undersized team, Ray can easily slide on the floor 4 position. But yeah, y'all got to remember it's more than 5 players on the team. So it doesn't matter who starts. What that does, though, is it forces them to be very, what's the word? I guess attention to detail. So when you're guarding, not doing those small reaching fouls, not doing the things that are dumb in a sense, that's going to get you those dumb fouls. So it forces you to play the game the right way. And that doesn't mean that we're going to back off on the intensity or being aggressive. But what it does mean is we're going to work smarter, not harder. So if they can do that, if they can learn that, and they're both at the age where they should be able to soak that up and spit it back out, I think we'll be just fine. There will be games where you get into foul trouble. Hell, I averaged 3.5, 4 fouls, maybe even 4.5 fouls a game. But there were also games where I knew, and coach would tell me, Hornbuckle, you cannot get into foul trouble early. And for me, that didn't mean that I was less aggressive. That meant I really had to pay attention to the way that the game was being called that night. Right?
I remember Andrea Carter, her very first exhibition game as a freshman. And their freshmen get in there and they are hyped. They are jumpy. They're nervous. And they're not even really in control of their limbs at that point. I think she picked up like 4 reach-in fouls. And I was like, she would just look. They don't call that in high school. They're going to call that you cannot reach in. That it's been a focus for forever of you reaching.
Move them puppies.
So the next she used the exhibition game to straighten that out. And by the season opener, okay, I can't reach in. I'm going to sit on the bench with Holly. And Holly obviously being the head coach at that time. If I keep reaching in like this, so you may see some of the younger players do some things, and you go, "What are they doing?" They're nervous. They're adjusting to college. They're adjusting to fans. You got to give them time to work out some of those early kinks and butterflies, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Every time you level up, whether that's, from elementary, middle school to high school, to college, to pros, bigger, stronger, faster players. Every time you level up. So these freshmen, although they are good and talented, they haven't played against the speed especially in the SEC, that they're going to see night in and night out at that high school level. So they're going to try things, like you said, it comes down to bad habits. Let's just be honest what it is. It's the bad habits that you were allowed to get away with in high school or AAU that it's not going to work at the next level. You have to move your feet. You have to understand angles, how to create them and how to cut them off. So now it becomes more of a thinking game instead of a just react type game. And the players that can think the game and have a decent IQ, they tend to do pretty well or get to where they're going a little faster versus those who are kind of stuck in their ways of that's not a foul, or I should be able to do this, instead of saying, what do I need to keep myself on the court, get more minutes, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I think I've been a little bit of mix of both at times, especially as a freshman, but I figured it out real quickly. I don't like sitting on the bench. Yeah. So what do I need to do to get more playing time? But also, what do I need to do to get the coach to trust me, to get my teammates to trust me, and so that I trust myself and have the confidence in myself every time I get on the floor, no matter the situation.
And one thing I'll say about exhibition games, I usually see officials I've never seen before, and early season games, and I won't see them again in the SEC. I mean, and they can be a little challenged of calling a high D1 game. The athleticism of, say, a Tamari Key, the ability to block shots, they're not used to seeing that, and there can be an assumption that a foul was made when one was not. So get ready for some strange calls. I see them at every exhibition game.
That was a great way to put that, Maria. And that is so true. I never thought of, I guess I did, but I didn't think out loud about it. You're so right. Yeah. That'll be interesting. I don't know if I want to go watch the game now. I'm gonna get frustrated.
Yeah. I don't know if I should. And Kelly's going to get a lot of minutes. She's got 13 available players, and the goal in an exhibition game is make sure all 13
play everybody
get in the game.
Play everybody, mix up your lineups, try out different stuff. This is the time to, it's treat it like 2K, I guess. Just lineups that you probably would foresee as odd that might be beneficial. If it's a taller lineup, shorter lineup, do you need threes? Do you need defense, free throws, whatever's happening. If you recall, in our 08, we had Big Nick guarding Candace from Stanford. And that was our 5, guarding their 1. So, but those times came down. Obviously, Nick was a different breed of an athlete. But it came down to the fact that she was comfortable doing that from, every day at Tennessee. We had a mix and match. We had to go 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-2, whatever it might be. But you got real comfortable being uncomfortable as a Lady Vol. And I hope that's what's going to happen this year. Because Maria, daggone it, we're going to a Final Four.
It's in Minneapolis. That'd be a fun trip.
It would. I haven't been back to Minnie since 2013, 14. It's been a while.
And Denise mentioned the twins and Nikki. Let me put up a picture here. Nikki went by practice. Alexis, I don't know if you've seen this yet. I put it on social media. There's the twins. She was at practice Sunday and took them in their little Halloween costumes.
Look how is that? Yeah, look how Lucci is holding her.
I know. Look at him holding on to us. And this picture just melts my heart.
I know. Oh my God, Chima showed me that the other day at work, and I was like, send it to me. Look at them both smiling.
I know.
That's my babies, y'all. They're my babies.
And this picture warms my heart too. Here you got a 3-time national champion holding the babies of a 2-time national champion.
Oh my goodness. Look at them.
And look at Mez stretched out. My goodness, he's long.
Yeah, Mez is chilling, ain't he? He's long. He's getting big.
So I want to make sure you saw those photos. I guess we better do some sponsors. Alexis, I'll put them up here and let you talk about them.
Let's do it. Y'all know we have our girl, Jamel Johnson, a.k.a. J Boog, a.k.a. Boog, the gold standard fitness and sports performance training. Right now, she has a couple of her clients still left, but she actually went back into full-time training, but she can still take care of your soccer training needs and also any of your fitness needs. Alexis Hornbuckle basketball has been put on hold as far as training lessons due to Tap 40 Grill. Just spending a lot of time here. I'm not completely off the radar, but yes. So come check us out. Billy Ratliff's Tap 40 Grill Sports Bar and Experience. That's where you'll see me. Just Pass It Tutoring, our guy Nelson Garcia down in Miami, Florida, where learning is made simple. You can get all of your mathematical tutoring needs, K through 12, also PSAT, SAT, and ACT prep. And of course, we have our girl Terry Holder, Orange Mountain Designs. Look at that beautiful shirt. Winter's coming. Y'all, it's time for the hoodies. It's time for the thermals. It's time for the long sleeves. And it's time for basketball. Yeah, I saw that shirt. I'm definitely will be getting my hands on that one. Go to orangemountaindesigns.com. If you need to, you can check her out on Facebook if you need a holler at her. And if you feel like for some reason you can't find Orange Mountain Designs, find Bea and Maria and we will direct you. How about that? All right.
They are now open 11 to 5 Thursday through Sunday on Gill Street in Alcoa. It's easy to get to. It's right off of the main road in Alcoa. It's right off 129. So near the airport. So get yourself over there. It is finally basketball time. I was putting when I show, if you want to, everybody likes the blue, so you can always wear that. Now, for you guys that live out of town and want to really stand out, I think you need to wear the orange so everybody can see you wherever you live.
Yep.
And you know what we need to do is, how they checkerboard kneeling? We got to do like an orange and blue game for a Lady Vols game.
Hey, now you thinking. I like that. I like that. That's different. I like that. We got to get that. Who do we got to talk to about that, Maria?
I don't know. We got to work on that. Me and you will work on that. That would be so much fun for everybody. And Credence wants to know if you can sign something for him at the restaurant, Alexis. I think I know what he's talking about, what he wants you to sign. It's that magazine. So
Yeah, man, bring it on by. I've signed quite a few things, taken quite a bit of pictures, and I love every last bit of it. It's a chance to reconnect with fans and supporters, and so yeah, Credits, bring it by. I got you, baby.
Let's talk a little bit too about. Trina wants to know if you guys will have the game on at Tap 40. You got to be able to stream it. So
I mean, we can stream it here for sure. So if we can stream it, the answer is automatically yes.
Yeah, the link, if you just go to utsports.com, basketball schedule, the link to stream will be up there. So
oh yeah, we'll get that up there. We'll definitely get that on one or a couple of the TVs for sure.
Want to give a shout out to the soccer team. I know Jamel is happy. They beat Florida today 5-2. That's kind of a wipeout in soccer. And they have moved. That's their first SEC tournament win since 2016, and they are now in the semifinals and will play Ole Miss at 8:30 on Thursday. And that game will be on, I believe, SEC Network. So shout out to the soccer tournament.
Go Lady Vols, holding it down. Love it. I love it. Great job, coaches. Great job, players. Because y'all, Maria, you know, it's a collective effort, especially to last throughout into the postseason.
Yeah, Bruce Pinsky got SEC Coach of the Year.
Yep.
Several players recognized on the All SEC teams, freshman teams. Huff, I believe, was Huff was Freshman of the Year.
Yeah.
So just and volleyball also plays Thursday. They're trying to get back on the winning track. They go to Florida. So that's a
let's go, Lady Vol.
Thursday night game.
Let's get this win. Take it.
And then they come home and they host Ole Miss at the 2:00 game on Sunday. It also will be on ESPNU if you can't make it to Thompson Bowling Arena. Now, the Lady Vols have a week between games, so they play again on the 10th. That's against Southern Illinois. And Jody Adams Birch is an assistant coach there. So it'd be two Lady Vol point guards on the sideline. Just something about these point guards. What is it about point guards, Alexis? Why are they so good as coaches?
Because you're going through, 3 or 4 years under one of the toughest coaches, and you're expected to be an extension of the coach on the floor. That means you have a lot of basketball to learn, and you have to learn it her way, which is obviously going to make your mind transform into something greater than it's ever been as a player and then as a post athlete into coaching. And I think because of that, you understand the game. Like Pat really made you know every position, 1 through 5. When you were doing the plays, you had to know where everybody was supposed to be, when they were supposed to be there. So timing, right? We had to know positions. We had to know timing, movements. And then she always likes to take it a step further, and we had to learn our own teammates' tendencies, which made our job easier as guards. But, as the 18 to 21-year-old kids, sometimes that can be tough. And I think it just continues to carry over because the more film you watch, the more games you play, the more time and conversations that we had the opportunity to have with Pat, transformed you as a person, transformed you how you thought the game, how you saw the game, and especially how you played the game. So after that playing career, it's going to transform how you coach.
I'm scrolling up the questions too. Beth said, "Are players being COVID tested?" I have not really heard. Last year I had to have a PhD in coronavirus and COVID to follow the season. I don't think it's a standard test. I don't think you would unless there was an indication that you needed to be tested. I do not think there's regular testing. All the players are vaccinated too, so that helps a lot. I don't know what it is about women. Perhaps they're just smarter, but the WNBA was like at 99.9%. I think anybody who didn't in the WNBA probably had a medical reason not to. All the Lady Vol players are vaccinated. I mean, the women just seem to get it a little bit better than everybody else.
Or are women just a little more submissive and follow what people say? I don't know, Maria. That can go either way.
I think part of it too is if you don't get vaccinated, you don't have to get tested all the time. That should motivate just about anybody too.
Because that is uncomfortable. The testing is very uncomfortable, but to each their own. I mean, I'm vaccinated, but I definitely not doing no booster, nothing else. No, I only did that so that I can go to Puerto Rico last year. Because I still got COVID this year.
Yeah, but you survived COVID this year because you vaccinated.
Yeah, that's what they tell me, Maria. That's what they tell me.
And you didn't work in the hospital on a ventilator. People don't realize, too, you go in the hospital for 2 or 3 weeks, you're going to have to, if you don't have it, even if you do have insurance, you're going to end up in bankruptcy after that. Have you ever seen a 2 or 3 week ICU bill?
2 days. What are you talking about? Weeks? Jesus.
So it's just part of my motivation was to not ever have to be in the hospital with this thing. I got my booster too. You give me all the shots. Tell me I need a 4th one. I'm going to get it, man. Give me all. I've got my flu shot. I'm ready. Give me all the shots.
Hey, you're good. Listen, I took the Pfizer. I did 1, 2, fully vaccinated by May, and the rest is in God's hands. I pray about it. It is what it is.
Amanda said Marta posted on her IG that she is also focusing on her mental health. I saw that post. She talked about her mental health, her physical health. Mental health is hard when you're hurt because all of a sudden, one, chronic pain takes a toll on a player. Yeah. And then you also realize you're not playing. I mean, she's still a very young person who is all the way across the ocean to play basketball. We know she was able to go home this summer to play in Spain, but otherwise she hasn't been home. She doesn't go home for Christmas or go home for fall breaks. There's just no time. So I think that's a great idea for her to take a deep breath and get herself better all the way around.
Yeah, it can be tough. I'm just happy to see when anybody takes their mental health serious and they seek the help that they need. And then hopefully, the university and Kelly, they have something in place that actually works for the players.
No, I agree. I believe, let's see, Karen asked if we're going to have a post-game show after tomorrow. I'm certainly willing to do that again this season. I got to figure out the logistics of what post-game looks like because I don't know yet. Last year it was easy. We couldn't move. We stayed in that one spot. We did all the post-game interviews by Zoom. Now I've got to get to the media room, wait on everybody to come, and I can't do that show from that media room because it's too I will be disruptive to everybody around me, which means I got to find a way to get out of there after the post game and find a spot to do it. So let me get the lay of the land tomorrow and see how everything's going. Alexis, if we were to, it's a 6:30 game, 8:30 in, at least an hour for the post game. You're talking about like 9:45-ish. What's your availability looking
like? We close at 10, so I'll be here. I'll be literally here.
All right, I will text you and let you know and put something on Twitter if we're going to be able to do it. I just don't know what post game looks like this year.
Yeah, and obviously I don't know what it looks like for me as well this year. So we'll figure this out between Maria and I. We'll figure out a way to do something. It may, just full disclosure, it might come to being pre-recorded and then us play it. And then when we can hop on a live or designated day and we come and we kind of put it all together for the week. If we can, I loved doing those post-game shows with you, Maria. So if we can make it work, we will, y'all. But I know for a fact I'm not finna kill myself to try to stay up late or, not be able to do my job here at the restaurant efficiently and effectively. But if we can make it work, we're going to make it work.
All right, we'll figure it out. And of course, we'll keep doing our weekly show on Tuesday to see everybody when Alexis might actually have a day off coming up. We don't know.
I know I'm going to try to schedule my days off around most of the home games or like work and during the day and then be off for that evening. I said try. I don't know. We'll see. If we can get some people that are committed to their shifts and stop getting no call, no shows, or I'm sick, I got COVID, all types of stuff, guys. Y'all would not believe some of the stories we hear, but yeah, we're gonna figure this thing out to make it as often as we can after the games, But for sure, we'll stick to our weekly, our 1 day a week where we are locked in. We come bring y'all the news and what's going on. But we will try to do as many post games as we possibly can.
That's a good plan. Let me get to the new messages. Trina said Alexis can multitask. She's awesome in the restaurant. Yeah.
Thank you, Trina. Thank you.
Nick loved the post games last year. We'll definitely try to do it for big games and do as many as we can. We'll just have to see what schedules are, what time we know most of the game times. A couple of those 9 o'clock tips, and I don't think I'm gonna have Alexis awake at midnight for those.
If they're on a weekend, we don't close till midnight.
Okay. I think they're during the week, unfortunately.
Oh, see, that's a different story.
Like a Thursday, yeah.
Yeah, I might be able to swing it, Maria. I don't know. We'll definitely play it by ear. I should be able to, though. Now, I might be half asleep on that thing, but
I've had several people ask me about masks at the arena. I think the official policy is encouraged, allowed, but not required. So, based on what I've seen at men's basketball, volleyball, so you do not have to wear one. But obviously, if you want to wear one, that's fine. And maybe just everybody be safe. If you come anywhere near me, have one on. I will say that. I will be wearing one. Do not approach me without a mask, period.
She's not playing. She will let you know, too.
Yes.
Well, good folks, I need to get out here and make sure none of my employees have tried to kill each other or themselves, and make sure the restaurant is still going all right. Bobby's actually in the kitchen because Carter didn't feel well. He couldn't even come into work today. So y'all pray for Carter. Hope he gets better. And his stepdad, who hadn't been doing well, really. So keep them in your prayers. Keep them in your minds. Maria, we got anything else before we?
I think that's it. Soccer did great. Volleyball plays this week.
Basketball tomorrow?
Basketball starts tomorrow. Braves play tonight. I've got a lot of work to do that I need writing work to do tonight. Got the Braves game on in the background. I'll be drinking a few beers here in a little bit. Braves can win the World Series tonight. I need them to do that because I cannot stay up for these games that don't end until 12:30 in the morning anymore. I need y'all to finish this thing. For me, don't go to a game 7.
Let's go, Braves. Let's go.
I've got my ball. I got my bat. I am
ready.
to go.
You're ready.
I'm ready. All right, Alexis, get back to work. Everybody, thanks for coming. Hopefully, we will see you tomorrow night. We probably won't do long shows, 30 minutes max after the game. So, but we'll try to have a little bit of chatter about it. I can share with y'all with what Kelly said, what the players said, as soon as I figure out how we're doing all this tomorrow.
All right, y'all. Till next time, thank y'all for tuning in. We love y'all. Stay safe out there. Stay warm. The weather's dropping. All right. And until next time, go Lady Vols.
Yep. Blue Water Climate Control. Get your HVAC unit service. They're going to look at mine and get me ready for winter this week. So, like Alexis said, go Lady Vols and peace.